What happens when the Friday the 13th video game fusion dances with the Dragon Ball franchise? You get Dragon Ball The Breakers. Dragon Ball The Breakers is an asymmetrical survival game that pits 7 human characters known as survivors against another player who's controlling one of the 3 main baddies from Dragon Ball Z, known as the Raider. Other websites have compared this game to Dead by Daylight. However, a better comparison is Friday the 13th.
Jason Voorhees has returned. He's killing my friends. We need you. Oh my god, we need you here right now. Please.
A fair amount of this game is influenced by Gun Media's 2017 game, Friday the 13th. In that game, you had one player controlling Jason trying to kill campers, while the goal of the campers was to escape by searching the large map for items that would repair a boat, car, or a phone that allow you to leave the map, or they could kill Jason by completing a bunch of convoluted steps.
Damn it! Just die!
Dragon Ball The Breakers takes a similar approach. Survivors are dropped into a map that is scattered with civilians and chests that hold items you need to win the game, while the Raider hunts down the survivors to prevent them from leaving. So how do each of the 2 roles win? The survivors are tasked with finding 5 power keys from chests within 5 of the 6 zones, A through E, with the 6th zone being labeled Zone X, which does not have a power key. Once a player finds the power key for that zone, any player can set the key marked on the map for that specific zone. Once that is finished, a super time machine will spawn in Zone X, and the survivors must defend it and speed up its activation to win the game. If the machine is destroyed, the survivors must call in a normal time machine to escape. You can also win by killing the Raider using Dragon Change to transform into various fighters. The Raider must win by killing civilians and hunting down survivors to level up their form and become more powerful. Each time the Raider levels up, they can destroy one zone of the map completely. Doing this can kill any player stuck in that zone and will slow down the charging of the Super Time Machine. When the Super Time Machine is called, the Raider has the chance to destroy it. Doing so allows the survivors to call in the normal time machine. However, destroying this machine is an instant win for the Raider. Scattered throughout the map are the 7 Dragon Balls, which can be found in chests and gathered by either Raider or Survivor and brought to an altar to summon Shenron to help whichever player summon the dragon. Other things that can be found in chests are radars, items, Zenny, and Dragon Change cubes. Radars can be held by either Survivor or Raider. There are 3 types of radars in the game. The 3 types are Civilian, Dragon Ball, and Power Key. All 3 types can be used at once. Items can only be picked up by survivors, and only 2 can be held at a time. Some can help fight off the Raider, such as rockets, Vegeta's gloves, and cooldown drinks. Other items can help survive, such as the barrier recovery device, sensu beans, and the scouter. Zenny can be used at vending machines to buy items, Dragon Change cubes, and Zenny is also collected by destroying items around the map. Dragon Change cubes level up the survivor's Dragon Change level up to level 3. Cubes are also dropped by rescuing civilians. So after mentioning it a few times, let's talk about Dragon Change. Dragon Change allows the survivor to transform into one of 3 Z fighters based on their build and current Dragon Change level. The higher the level, the more damage is dealt to the Raider. But the cooldown is lengthy, so survivors must be cautious on how they use it. Dragon Change fighters and skills can be set in the lobby. Each survivor can use up to 4 active skills and 4 passive skills, and gain access to more skills by having certain Z fighters in their build. Each of the 3 Raiders also have their own skills and powers. Majin Buu can heal by absorbing survivors, stun survivors with his Go-Go Gum ability, and transport them inside himself where the survivors have no way to hide. Frieza spawns in the Namekians into the game, which act as civilians and have a chance of holding Dragon Balls. He can also call in Dodoria and Zarbon, who can scout for survivors, and his passive allows him to gain power as he fights. And Cell? Well, Cell can't fly or use Energy Blast in his first form. Yep, he's a big ol' Yamcha. But I have a little Cell pre-order figurine, so he's my favorite. One mechanic of the game that resembles Dead by Daylight over Friday the 13th is the fact that survivors get a second chance even if they are killed by the Raider. This is a great way to keep players engaged and keeps them from being discouraged even if they are knocked out early. This game is a blast, but there are some issues with the game. A lot of players seem to complain about balancing issues. Cell. Though, one thing everyone agrees on is that the lobby load times take forever.
No more waiting! No, it's only been 30 minutes!
Overall, this game is enjoyable, even with its flaws, and I'm hoping it becomes a replacement for the Friday the 13th game, since development of that game was shut down due to the legal rights of the franchise being held by another entity. This is the end of my T-Splaining of the Dragon Ball Breakers game. Thanks for watching.